White ball, white ball, white ball. Hey, hey. Hey, Rusty drop! Aaron, you gotta come back and cut. Yeah, it's us, it's us, it's us. We got six.
I saw that. You should watch it. His questions are really cute. We tried to get him into.
Aaron, come in. Hey, find space there. Just attack your space there. Sam, you're too far. Can we overload Sam? Tuck in, Aaron. Tuck in, Aaron. Watch this. Watch the big ball. Right. Come on. There, please. One in. Get it, Caleb.
Kendrick! That's you. You're so deep, Kendrick.
Let's go. Come on. Come on, White.
How are you? Good. Are you fine?
Back here at Charger Field, we have scoreless. Apologize for technical difficulties and issues on the field today. Of course, you have to have issues. We are scoreless. A couple of shots here in the past couple of minutes for Penn at Harrisburg, though nothing has been too serious. They lead shots 2-1, excuse me. They've had 2 corner kicks. The Chargers have had 1. Starters for both teams still on the field, though Jared Jordan is right in front of us, getting ready to sub in for LBC. He'll get the chance now, as there'll be a throw in on the far side for the Chargers. So Jordan coming in, he'll replace Josh Marcroft from the far side, 19-12 into the first half here.
Chargers, number 5, Jared Jordan.
So as the feed goes in and out, I apologize if some of you have heard this already, but do want to repeat myself that this is the last home opener on Charger Field, as the Donald H. Funk Field will be completed here in the next week or so.
Channel, guys! Somebody in the channel! Caleb, Teddy! Caleb or Cedric, bring it out! Who's in that space?
Looks like the 15th is going to be the opening day, as the LBC field hockey team may play that day. It's moving from a little more from tentative to a for sure thing. A meeting this morning took place just outside the field, and the ladies and gentlemen working on the field seem pretty good, pretty confident about the 15th, so we'll have to wait and see if that happens. As this ball is put into the middle, nice job by Ristine to get there. Now Mugisha at the top looking for some space, able to work around one player, can't work around a second, and taken from him by Christian Schmoyer. Good defensive play there by the senior from Allentown. Muckle with it here for the Chargers. So yes, LBC will start playing games on the Donald H. Funk Field here in just a few short weeks. Certainly the homecoming games on the 29th and 30th of September. Homecoming, of course, here on campus Saturday the 29th. The alumni soccer game will take place that morning as well. Be sure to check the website lbcchargers.com as well as our social media pages at LBC Athletics for all the information on that. Here's Mugisha again working in. A couple more steps. Can't get around two defenders. Taken from him once again. You can join us tomorrow on the Horse with No Name podcast. It went so well last week doing it live that I guess we're just going to start trying that, where we do some things live, and then of course it'll be on our YouTube page, the Charger Sports Network, later in the week. So that should start 11:50 or so tomorrow. I believe we're going to have a student athlete on the podcast tomorrow, our student worker Tyler Greenlee. He wants to talk through a few things apparently, so we may have him work through a few issues and things like that, and talk baseball as he's a member of the LBC baseball team, and talk a few things being a student here at LBC, and Tyler in his final couple of semesters here with the Chargers, and we'll touch on a few different things. So student workers and I, very few people watch as many games as we do, so we've all got some opinions. So we'll try to hear from Tyler, and we'll go over the first week or so of LBC athletics as well as we recap some of the events that have happened for each team. So you can join us tomorrow around 11:50 or so on the Horse with No Name podcast. Salaraga on the far side, his pass is picked off. And worked back into the middle here for the Nittany Lions. Into the middle for Nichik. Taken there by Muckle. And now Hoover with it for the Nittany Lions. He'll work back this direction right in front of us for Rohrbach. Babersdorf there for the Chargers. To the far side for Penn Harrisburg. Schmoyer with it there. He'll look to work through, nobody home. Dieterlein race out for the Chargers. He'll pick that up. 22:45 gone by here in the first half. Chargers and Nittany Lions still scoreless. Penn Harrisburg 2-0 this season. They defeated Bryn Athyn and Farmingdale State this past weekend. Both of the opponents that LBC was supposed to play, but could not because of the some areas catastrophic rain that fell here in Lancaster County this past weekend. I read a stat that I think there was 10.5 inches of rain in Mount Joy and 0.29 at the Harrisburg International Airport. 13-mile difference between the two, and about a 10-inch difference in rain. So crazy how hard that line kind of shut off of rain there was, as Dieterlein races out and dives in front of Aaron Cummings. Dieterlein played twice last year for the Chargers and started a game as well, but first time being the actual starting goaltender for the Chargers, as he filled in a few times last year and got some minutes in another game. Nelson Chestet out of play for the Chargers. Nelson, one of the seniors on this year's team for LBC. Good mix of upperclassmen and new faces, as Ristine has that go off his foot and out of play. Ristine, the Derry, New Hampshire product. Out of play on the far side, a throw-in coming here for Harrisburg. Change in the schedule here for LBC this week, as they will now host Penn State Berks on Saturday afternoon here at Charger Field. The men's and women's soccer teams were scheduled to travel to Reading, Pennsylvania on Saturday. They will now host those games. A sinkhole developing in the field at Penn State Berks, so they'll need to move those games here on Saturday. So the women's game will begin at 1 o'clock, the men's game at 3:15. Worked into the middle, headed away by Hughes. Taken there by Ristine, now chested down by Hughes. He'll look to head it around Cummings, can't. Now he'll work through. Mixed up there a bit. Two players down. Harrisburg still with the ball. They'll work to the top of the box. That's picked off nicely by Muckle. Harrisburg still with it, however, and now it's Yoder. Kedrick Yoder with it here, tripped up a bit from behind, able to get to it. Now Sadaraga. He'll work through a few players. Good job there. Tripped up, and it'll be a foul on Penn State Harrisburg. Hughes with it there. Taken down by Harrisburg around Yoder. This is Brewer. He'll drop off for Cummings. Now work back into the middle for Amon. He'll go keep going further for Hoover. Into the top, up and over everybody. Dylan Schertz will race down and get to that one for the Chargers. Out of play, and now a goal kick coming for the Chargers. They're going to stop the clock here and take a break. So we'll take a water break here for each team as, again, the heat index climbing to around 100 here today. So grab a water break here for both teams. Nice that the referees and the teams decided to do this before the game. The LBC women's soccer team is in action today as well. They are taking on Rutgers Camden in Camden, New Jersey. We'll try to find a score for you there and update you as we can. The LBC women's volleyball team earned a come-from-behind 5-set victory last night as they defeated St. Mary's of Maryland down in St. Mary's, Maryland. So as the teams take a water break here, we'll take one with them. Chargers and Nittany Lions scoreless, 26-15 into the first half here. 2018 season opener on the Chargers Sports Network. Still scoreless, 26-15 into the first half. Water break here for each team as the heat index climbs to 100. So both teams taking a quick break here as agreed upon prior to the contest. And we'll resume play and the clock will restart with Deader Lions kick here. Heads towards midfield. Just over top of Beversdorf, taken there by Jared Jordan.
Lions, number 21, Alexander Wardle. Checking in for the Chargers.
Alexander Wardle checks in for the Nittany Lions. For LBC, Chad Tolson will come into the game for the first time. Sophomore from Perry Hall, Maryland. Had a good freshman season for the Chargers a year ago. 3 goals during his opening year here in Lancaster. And now Nelson, just off his foot a bit hard, taken now by Jared Jordan. Pass is too far, picked off there by Hoover. Well, now Muckle has it for LBC. His pass is picked off. Racing down is Wardle, who just came into the game. Hoover with it here for Harrisburg. He'll look for Cummings. He'll head into the box. Cummings into the middle. Nobody home. Taken by Muckle and cleared. Good job by Nathan Muckle to find that ball in the middle there and clear it out of the way. And now Hoover. Baversdorf right there on him. Good job by Dan Baversdorf. Penn State Harrisburg, one of 3 teams in the Capital Athletic Conference to start the season 2-0. Christopher Newport and Mary Washington also beginning the year with 2 wins. This is the last season for Penn State Harrisburg in the Capital Athletic Conference. They'll be rejoining the NEAC next year. Bryn Athen and Wilson left this year from the NEAC, and St. Elizabeth leaving after this year. And so instead of going to 11, we'll stay at 12 in the NEAC as Penn State Harrisburg will rejoin. They were previously in the NEAC up and through the 2011-12 season, I believe, and then left for the Capital Athletic Conference. Nice big throw in there on the far side for number 14, Jared Brewer. So the Chargers and Nittany Lions will once again renew their season rivalries in all of the sports. Penn State Harrisburg has vastly improved as an athletic department in their years in the Capital Athletic Conference, which is a very strong athletic conference. So Penn State Harrisburg is up to their game and quite good in a lot of sports. So it'll be a good test for the Chargers, and there'll be 3 teams, 3 branch campuses of Penn State in the NEAC once again, as Harrisburg, Berks, and Abington will once again be in the same conference. Foul there on the Nittany Lions. The Chargers had a chance to go ahead down the field there, but couldn't complete, so the foul was called. Hughes will knock this towards the front side, headed up into the air. Nelson looking for it, but Cummings is going to get it for the Nittany Lions. He'll race down the near side here. Tolson there, able to catch up to him. Good play. Chipped into the middle. Bounces around. Now Schertzer with it there for LBC. He'll clear into the middle. Nothing there, however, and taken by Penn State Harrisburg. This is Schmoyer. He'll look straight ahead. Onside is number 7, Nichik. He'll race to it. Schertzer getting back up into the air. Nobody home. Chested down by Jordan. And it'll be a corner kick for Penn State Harrisburg. Number 21, Alexander Wardle, is going to head over and take the corner kick.
The Nittany Lions corner kick being taken by number 21, Alexander Wardle.
Wardle is ready here. He'll chip it in, go into the back post. Headed away nicely by Ristine. And now Yoder with it for the Chargers. Racing up is Tolson. Plenty of room here for Chad Tolson. Hoover chasing him down. Has to run the full field, though. Tolson will look in towards the middle, looking for Nelson. Bit too far, and out comes Acosta. He'll grab that in front of Nelson. Good job by the Chargers, though, to clear that corner and then kind of break out and race up the field. Good job there turning the field on the Nittany Lions. 30-25 into the first half. So we took under 15 minutes to go here in the opening frame. Still scoreless here at Charger Field. Still 2-1 shots in favor of Penn State Harrisburg. Clip one into the middle. It's off of Jordan again. Another corner kick coming for Penn State Harrisburg. First a substitution for the Nittany Lions.
Checking in for the Nittany Lions, number 11, Josiah Malinich.
Josiah Malinich will check in for the Nittany Lions. He'll replace number 2, Shema Gahamera. Kick heads into the middle. They're going to restart it here as the referee was not done giving instructions in the box. Looks like Kenny Axelson is going to come head towards the table here and possibly check in for LBC. Nittany Lions number 26, Jacob Krantweiss is in front of us, ready to check in on the next whistle for the Nittany Lions. Corner kick ready now. Get in towards the middle, headed up into the air, Bounces around a bit. Nice block there by Yoder. And now cleared out of the box by the Chargers. And Baversdorf will clear it the whole way down. Nelson is there for LBC. Off his foot and out of play. Now we'll have the subs come in for each team. Again, it'll be Kenny Axelson for the Chargers. He'll come in and replace Rusty Ristine. And for Penn State Harrisburg, it will be number 26, Jacob Krantweiss. He'll come in for number 19, Justin Rohrbach.
For the Nittany Lions, number 26, Jacob Krantweiss. Checking in for the Chargers, number 8, Kenny Axelson.
Yoder will clear it for LBC. Headed back his direction, though, by number 14, Brewer. Into the middle, cleared there by Jordan. That's going to get out of play on the near side here, so it'll be a throw-in deep in LBC territory for Penn State Harrisburg. Throw-in coming here for Brewer. He's able to throw it into the box, however. Good strong throw into the middle. Bounced around and cleared by Joel Hughes. Straight up into the air. Headed away by the Nittany Lions. Taken there by Tolson. Knocked into as he and Hoover do battle. And now Yoder with it for LBC. Able to clear it but not get it across midfield as Brewer is there to break it up. It's a Harrisburg with possession here. Just over 11 minutes to play here in the opening half. Nice crowd here at Charger Field for the 2018 opener for the Chargers. They try to do this Friday and try it again on Saturday, and today is the day. Throwing into the box, headed away by Hughes. Taken there by Harrisburg. Work to the far sideline. Out of play. Goal kick coming for the Chargers. Actually, it's going to be a throw-in for LBC. The ball went out on the far sideline prior to it going over the end line. Jordan throws that into Saldarraga. Now Jordan with it again. Taken there by Nelson. He'll drop it off for Baversdorf. Look in this direction for Tolson. Bounces on him at the last second there. Throw in here for Schertzer. Bounced around, taken there by LBC. Baversdorf tries to chip in there, cannot. Taken here by Schmoyer. Not a lot of possession over the last 15 to 20 minutes for the Chargers. Cummings with it here for Penn State Harrisburg. Hughes right there on him. Linich with it here for the Nittany Lions. Out off of the Chargers. We'll have a substitution here for both teams, actually. Number 24, Luis Velasco is going to come in for the Nittany Lions. Coming in for the Chargers, number 22, Tim Nice, freshman from Moden, Pennsylvania, Governor Mifflin High School. He'll replace Yoder. headed away and cleared by LBC.
Checking in for the Nittany Lions, number 24. Luis Velasco. Checking in for the Chargers, number 22.
The LBC ball here. Some confusion as to whose possession that was actually going to be, but it's going to be LBC. And this is nice. He'll work into the middle for Saldarriaga. No communication with him, though. Taken from him as a hard charging. Number 7 from Penn State Harrisburg, Toma Nichik came back to take the ball out of play there now on the far side for the Nittany Lions. So it'll be another throw in for the Chargers. Jared Jordan there on the far side. 7.5 minutes remaining here in the opening half. Again, no real great scoring chances for either team, though Penn State Harrisburg has had the majority of the possession over the last, 15 minutes or so. Chargers with it here, though. They'll work back for Schertzer. Looking for Baversdorf. It's a bit too hard off of his foot. Taken there by Harrisburg. Nice chip pass there. And now back to it is Iman. He'll race down. Dieterlein has it there just to the far post. Iman misses that one. Good idea by Joey Iman. Dieterlein came off his line, able to race out and make that a tougher shot than it probably was going to be at first. So a good job there by Dieterlein to do that. But Iman, the leading goal scorer through 2 games, looking for number 4 just wide on the far side. It'll stay scoreless here at Charger Field as number 10, Creasy Lopez, will come in for the Nittany Lions, and Iman will take a break for the rest of the half.
Checking in for the Nittany Lions, number 10, Creasy Lopez.
A lot of turnovers for the Chargers here, although sort of to be expected, I guess, in their season opener. They've played a scrimmage or 2 here early on in the preseason, but have not played a game in a couple of days here, as they, obviously thought their season opener was going to be last week, and you can't really play a scrimmage once the season starts. So tough year for LBC in the early going here, as they've had some trouble finding feet with the ball, and Penn State Harrisburg with 2 games under their belt already. Again, not an excuse, just kind of an explanation as to some of the possession issues maybe for the Chargers here in the opening 45 minutes. That's headed down by Schertzer and Baversdorf, and he will play catch. Into the middle for Saldarriaga, and nobody home there as Penn State Harrisburg will take possession. Velasco with it here. He'll find Hoover. Hoover looking to get to the left foot here, and now he'll look for Lopez. Lopez into the middle, and a goal by number 21, Alexander Wardle. Nice pass there from number 10, Lopez. Wardle with the goal, and the Lions will take a 1-0 lead here at Charger Field. Just too many turnovers for LBC here in the opening 45 minutes, and Penn State Harrisburg finally makes them pay. And the Lions will take the early 1-0 lead. So Wardell's second goal of the season.
Goal scored by number 21, Alexander Wardle, with an assist from number 10, Creasy Lopez at 39-34.
So Lopez will pick up the assist.
Second goal of the season.
His second assist of the season. And 1-0 here. Then he Lions with the lead. Hughes will head that down, look for Baversdorf. Back for Saldarriaga. Now to the far side for Axelson. Throw-in goes back for Jordan. Bit of trouble with it now, taken there by Jordan. Foul called on Penn State Harrisburg. Four and a half minutes to play here in the opening half. Subs here for each team. Tony Gaiman will check into the game for LBC. He'll come in for Caleb Nelson. Number 14, Jeremy Latshaw will come in for Schertzer. For the Nittany Lions, number 3, Aaron Smith will come into the contest. He'll take over for Toma Nichik.
Checking in for the Nittany Lions, number 3, Aaron Smith. Checking in for the Chargers, number 14, Jeremy Latshaw. Number 27, Tony Gillen.
Nice with it here. Looking to chip over the top for Gaiman, a bit too strong. Blast to the other direction. Digital will wait for it there and grab it. Taken here by the Nittany Lions. Milinich will head towards the middle off of Jordan. Data line coming out, just able to get to that in front of number 24, Velasco. Into the middle it goes. Beversdorf is there. Now Gaiman with it. Room for him. He'll look for Tolson here on the near side. Tolson one-on-one, now one-on-two. He'll look to chip for Gaiman, nothing there. Headed away by the Nittany Lions. Lopez up for Milinich. Now he'll look here for Smith. And he'll move back as the Nittany Lions work back to number 14, Brewer. For 2 minutes to play. Far side there is Velasco. He'll look to head to the corner. Has room. He'll put it into the middle there. Taken there by Ditterline out of the air. Taken there by Gaiman for the Chargers. And now Latshaw. He'll work this direction. Headed out of play there by number 3, Smith. Now for the Chargers, James Ludovic will come into the contest for Steven Salaraga.
Checking in for the Chargers, number 18, James Ludovic.
Pitch strong there by Ludovic. Out of play, and it'll be a throw in for the Nittany Lions. Tick under 1 minute to play here in the first half. Asim Peters will check into the contest here for the Nittany Lions.
Checking in for the Nittany Lions, number 13, Asim Peters.
Cleared by Jordan.
30 seconds left in the half.
And now Wardle again, his shot up and over everything off the dugout there at the LBC baseball field. Dieterline will keep it here for the Chargers. 10 seconds remaining.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So we'll come to the end of the first half here at Charger Field. Penn State Harrisburg with the late goal. They'll take a 1-0 lead into the break. We'll rejoin you just prior to the start of the second half, bring you some stats as well as a recap of the scoring in the first half. Chargers trail the Nittany Lions 1-0. This is Zach Freeman on the Chargers Sports Network. Back here at Charger Field, Lancaster Bible trails Penn State Harrisburg 1-0 after 45 minutes of play. Goal in the first half scored by number 21, Alexander Wardell, sophomore from Bel Air, Maryland. The assist went to number 10, Creasy Lopez, senior from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. In that first half, shots 5-1 in favor of Penn State Harrisburg, also 5-1 in fouls in favor of Penn State Harrisburg. The Lions had 4 corners while the Chargers managed just 1. So LBC struggling a bit there after about the 15 or 20 minute mark. It seemed to be kind of a tilted field, certainly in favor of Penn State Harrisburg. And finally, just over 5 minutes to play there in that first half, the Nittany Lions made the Chargers pay and scored the first goal of the game. So LBC will look to get onto the scoreboard for the first time in 2018 here in the second half and tie the game up. Chargers lead the all-time series against Penn State Harrisburg 15-12-1. So they've won 15 games, but the last LBC win came in 2009, that a 3-2 victory over Penn State Harrisburg. Since then, the Nittany Lions have won 6 straight contests, including last year's 1-0 victory in Middletown. The previous meeting before that was in 2014, and they also won 1-0 over the Chargers. Back underway here in the second half. Again, Penn State Harrisburg will start with the ball, and Chargers looking to keep it in play. Cannot. It'll be a throw in on the far side for Penn State Harrisburg. Throw it into the box. Taken there by Dylan Schertzer. Put up into the air. Yoder is there. He'll head that away. Steen putting some pressure on. Now out of play. The throw in coming here for LBC. Reset as Penn State Harrisburg will look to punt this to the midfield. Chipped ahead, taken there by the Nittany Lions. Now put up into the air. Cummings is there. He'll head it away though by Hughes for LBC. Foul called on Penn State Harrisburg. Hughes coming this way. He'll look for Marcroft. He'll bring that down. Plenty of time here for Marcroft. Now he'll look for Yoder. Miscommunication between he and Mugisha. Out of play, and now a throw in here for the Nittany Lions. Taken there by Hoover. Now Mugisha for the Chargers. Knocked off the ball a bit. No foul called. Marcroft here. Good job there by Marcroft. Taken there by Mugisha. Now back for Beversdorf. His pass is picked off by Cummings. Again, the Chargers struggling with their passes through the middle here. Not some rough touches here for LBC here in the first game of the season. Hoover with it here for the Nittany Lions. He'll look to turn. Muckle is there though. Good job there by Nathan Muckle for the Chargers. Now to the far side, looking for number 19, Rohrbach. That's off of his leg and out of play. It'll be LBC ball. Hughes will blast it into the middle. Nobody home there. Chested down now by Beversdorf. Line will punt that over the halfway mark. Steen with it, out of play. It'll be a throw-in now for the Chargers. Back for Schertzer. He'll look for Nelson, a bit too strong. Penn State Harrisburg with possession of it. Looking up over the top, nothing there. Brought down by Hughes. He'll turn. Work back for Dieterline. Looking this way for Yoder. Just out of his reach, out of play. Good idea, though. There by Muckle bringing it this direction. Job by Marcroft to get up and over top of Gahomera. Out of play. Another throw-in coming here. Mason Jones with it right in front of us. Throw in up and over the top. Muckle will drive it down the length of the field. Acosta there. He'll chest that down and pick it up here as Nelson comes in. Yoder with it now for Mugisha. Chipped away from him. Cummings with it on the far side. Shirts are right there on him. And now back for Rohrbach. Nietzsche with it, taken from him by the Chargers. Back here for Marcroft. Now into the middle for Saldarraga. He'll look to the far side for Ristine. Has him there. Ristine and Rohrbach one-on-one. Ristine looking to get into the middle. Pass is blocked. Rohrbach still with it. Ristine right there on him. Fighting the pressure. He'll clear out of play. A throw-in coming for the Chargers. One of the better up and down the fields there for LBC they've had today. Good transition. Giving some room there as well. Nelson looking back for Schertzer. He'll play it to the far side of the box, up and over the top of Mugisha. He's going to chase that down and play it back for Marcroft. Plenty of space for Josh Marcroft. Plays it into the middle, deflected away. Nothing doing there. Cummings has it now for Penn Harrisburg. Saldarraga. The foul looked like they collided more than anything else, but foul called there on the Chargers. Headed up there by LBC, and now Ristine with it on the far side. He'll look to play ahead for Nelson. Nelson with it, able to chip it to Ristine, bit too far away. And now back into the middle. Mugisha with it. Ooh, looking for Yoder there. Had him, just chipped away. Baversdorf and Hoover there in the battle in the midfield. Hoover still with the ball. Able to find number 4, Jones here, racing down the near side, has some space. Loses it temporarily, now cleared by Marcroft. Ristine looking ahead for Nelson. Taken now by number 14, Brewer. Played into the middle, nobody home for the Chargers. Plenty of space and time here for Ethan Hoover. Yoder has it, now back for Marcroft. Around for Hughes. Plenty of time. The Chargers will reset here. Now back ahead for Marcroft. Bumped into there by Gahomera. Ball taken from him. Now looking ahead for Nietzsche. Into the middle. Hughes has it. Chips it away. Taken though by number 27, Caldwell. Out of play off LBC. That'll be a throw in for Harrisburg. Big throw in coming here for Schmoyer. He'll look to throw this in towards the top of the box. Up and over a few players. Number 27 Caldwell drives the bicycle kick just out of his reach. And now back into the midfield. Jones has it for the Nittany Lions and some space as he finds Gahamera. Markroft bumps into him. Gahamera with the shot to the right side of the cage and up and over. That'll be a goal kick for the Chargers. Headed up the field there by Markroft, brought down by Nelson, a bit too hard. Markroft again with the header, again towards Nelson. He'll head that one, and now for Saldaraga, he'll try to bring that down and around. Bumped into there, more like a tackle. That'll be a foul on Penn Harrisburg.
Is
that working yet? Super frustrating. Oh, why is it dark? Is it who?
This is what's being shown.
Taken here by Beveridge, her turn. Look towards the middle, chipped into the middle. Nobody home for LBC. Christine and Saldaraga sort of miscommunicate there. Schertzer with it now. Nelson's there. Header, ooh, just wide. Play was on sides too. Good header there by Nelson. He appreciates the cross from Schertzer. Nice play there by LBC. One of their better offensive chances here today as they still trail 1-0 with about 33.5 minutes remaining in the contest. Number 6, Joey Amon will come in for Penn State Harrisburg. I'm on the leading scorer for the Nittany Lions coming into today. Also the leading point getter. Cummings will come out of the game for Penn State Harrisburg. Again, be sure to join us tomorrow on the Chargers Sports Network around 11:50 a.m., a couple of minutes before noon, as we'll bring you the weekly Horse with No Name podcast. Foul here on the Chargers. And again, if you're just joining us, this Saturday's men's and women's soccer games with Penn State Berks will now be here at Charger Field. Sinkhole at Penn State Berks, moving the games to Lancaster. So we'll have the women's game at 1 o'clock, men's game at 3:15 as Markroft tries to bring that down. Mugisha here will give chase. He'll gather that and now find Markroft. Looking the whole way up for Nelson. Chested down, good play. He'll race to it and find Mugisha. Blocked there by Nichik. And now Muckle will bring it this direction for Nelson. Good job by Caleb Nelson to keep that in play. Taking it back now will be Christian Schmoyer. Plenty of time for him. Now to the far side for Brewer. Jones still with it here. He'll play into the middle. Be off Muckle and out of play. So a corner kick coming for Penn State Harrisburg. Substitution here for Penn State Harrisburg as Josiah Malinich will come back into the contest. He'll replace number 27, Eric Caldwell.
Back in for the Nittany Lions, number 11, Josiah Malinich. Taking the Nittany Lions corner kick, number 21, Alexander Wardle.
Short corner for Penn State Harrisburg. Now Wardle into the middle. Taken there by Saldarraga. He'll just clear it. But Yoder and Ristine will race up the field for the Chargers. Good hustle by Ristine there as he ran the whole way from the top of the box. Wasn't going to get there, but kept on hustling. I believe he was one of the runners who came into preseason and ran the 2 miles under 12 minutes for the Chargers this past preseason. So certainly know he has the speed. This direction comes Penn State Harrisburg, brought down though by Mugisha, and now Markroff with it. He'll look through the middle for Yoder. Too short for him, but Nelson has it. He'll flick ahead for Mugisha. They'll play catch, and Nelson has it now. Too far of a pass, looking for Ristine on the far side. Chargers trying a couple of these passes that are 40 and 45-yard passes. It's just not going to go well. They're not going to be able to get through all these players, so they got to shorten the passes up a little bit here. Now Dieterline with it. Chad Tolson and James Ludovic in front of us. Check in for the Chargers next time they have a chance. Harrisburg with the ball here. Looking to get up over the top. Headed down. Schertzer is there. Nice job by Hughes to poke that out. Saldarraga has it here. Bit too far on the touch, though. He'll lose that. Taken there by Wardle, the goal scorer for Penn State Harrisburg. Substitution now for the Chargers. As Ludovic and Tolson will come in. Tolson will come in for Mugisha. Ludovic will take over for Baversdorf in the middle.
Back in for the Chargers, number 13, Chad Tolson, number 18, James Ludovic.
Harrisburg with the ball here through the middle. Hoover with it. Throw-in coming here for Harrisburg on the far side. Referee asking him to move back a few steps there. Saldarraga blasts that up the far side. Stays in play. Good hustle by Tolson there. Hughes will head it away. Up and out of play. Another throw-in coming for Penn State Harrisburg. Chargers the only team in the NEAC not to play so far. Only 3 teams won in the opening weekend of play. SUNY Poly, Penn State Berks is 1-0-1, and St. Elizabeth is 1-1. The rest of the teams either lost once or twice. Gaudet, Keuka, Penn State Abington, and Wells all dropping both games over the weekend. Good hustle there by Tolson. Nelson with it here now for the Chargers. Look to move up the field. Chip ahead for Tolson. He's got plenty of space. Tolson to the far side. Ristine is there. He'll try the shot. Nowhere near, but Tolson's going to be able to grab that. And now play ahead for Nelson. He'll try to flick it past the defender. Cannot. Out of play, and a throw in here for LBC. Schertzer's there. He'll throw it in for Yoder. He'll look to flick that in. Headed away, brought down by Tolson. He'll kick it towards the middle, taken there easily by the goalkeeper, Acosta. Just over 26 minutes to play here. Chargers trail Penn State Harrisburg 1-0. Muckle up in the air. Now Penn State Harrisburg with it. Foul on the Chargers. In addition to the men's and women's soccer games on Saturday, the Chargers will also be home next weekend. And during the week, later in the week, as the LBC volleyball team will host their first contest of the season on the 13th. Clark Summit will come to Lancaster. And then next Saturday, we'll have the Charger Invitational for you, men's and women's cross country. Have a camera set up there at the finish line and possibly some announcing as well as the runners cross the finish line. And then following the races, we will have our first ever LBC field hockey game shown live here for you on the Chargers Sports Network as Caleb Nelson is fouled there by number 4, Mason Jones. Hughes will take the kick right in front of us. Surveying the landscape there. Marcroft is just ahead of him on his left, moving about 15 yards away now. Put that into the top of the box, not high enough though. Headed away by Harrisburg, and now the Chargers are going to have to work back. Although Saldarraga able to block that one. He'll knock it down, and he'll take the shot. Shot just up and over the bar. Good idea by Steven Saldarraga as the Chargers have one of their better opportunities again. LBC getting closer and closer. A couple of guys on the bench to my left a minute or two ago saying it's coming. And shots like that, it is. So good shot there by Saldarraga, trying to make something happen from, 30 yards out. Nevertheless, up and over the goal, and Penn Harrisburg still leads 1-0. Jared Jordan back into the contest for the Chargers, who replace Josh Marcroft. Jacob Krantweiss will come back into the game for the Nittany Lions. He'll replace number 19, Rohrbach. Ristine with it there. Taken from him quickly. Pumped into by Linich. He falls. And now the ball will move over to Tolson. Bounces just at the wrong time up and over his foot. Schertzer with it. Looking for Tolson. Nothing there. Hoover with it. Foul on LBC. Free kick coming here for Penn Harrisburg. Wardle. Towards the top of the box. Headed away by Jared Jordan. Back into the box it goes. Knocked down. Able to get free is number, I can't make out the number. That looks like number 6, Joey Amon. And he'll score the second goal of the game for Penn Harrisburg. And the Nittany Lions now lead 2-0. So Amon, that's his 4th of the season. Continues to lead the Nittany Lions in scoring as the teams are going to take a quick water break due to the heat. We'll take a break with them. Penn Harrisburg gets the insurance goal with 22:30 remaining. We'll come back here in just a moment on the Chargers Sports Network.
At 67:30 unassisted.
Back here at Charger Field. Penn Harrisburg just scoring prior to the water break here in the second half. Joey Amon with his 4th goal of the season makes it 2-0 in favor of the Nittany Lions. Chargers have gotten close a few times to tying the game, but the Nittany Lions striking with their 2nd goal. So lots of work for LBC to do here in the final 22.5 minutes as a handball called on the Chargers. Free kick coming here for Penn Harrisburg, just outside the box. We'll call this, 24 yards or so. Chargers making the wall. Five players on the wall there for LBC. Jordan, Schertzer, Hudovic, Muckle, and Ristine. Now they'll be asked to take a step or two back. I did not think that was 10 yards. You never know. Nice idea pass there and a goal by Penn State Harrisburg. Nice setup there by Penn State Harrisburg. Number 7, Toma Nichik with the goal. So Nichik with the goal for Penn State Harrisburg. Joey Amon, I believe, will get the assist on the play. So Nichik with his 2nd goal of the season. 3-0 now in favor of Penn State Harrisburg. Yellow card given to number 7, Toma Nichik. I believe some taunting perhaps after the goal. Nice goal though by Nichik. Velasco is going to come back into the game. He'll replace Amon. Not sure. I believe Lopez may have gone in for Nichik. So just over 21 minutes to play here. Chargers now trail 3-0 to Penn State Harrisburg. 2 quick goals here by the Nittany Lions. 3rd one here coming off a set piece. Nice pass to the left side of the box there, and Nichik was all alone and able to score his 2nd goal of the year and give the Nittany Lions a 3-goal advantage here at Charger Field.
Lopez, number 24, Luis Velasco. Nittany Lions' 3rd goal is scored by number 7, Toma Nichik, with an assist from number 6, Joey Amon, at 68:45.
To the top of the box there, headed away by the Nittany Lions. And Velasco will head over. Chip now for Wardle. Ludovic here for the Nittany Lions, excuse me, for the Chargers. Ahead for Tolson. Out of play, a throw-in coming here for the Chargers. Yoder will turn, look to the far side. Headed away there by Penn State Harrisburg, out of play. Ristine will race to it. Throw in into the middle of the box. Up and over everybody, bounced around a bit. And Acosta is out there to grab it for the Nittany Lions. Punt gets to midfield. Up and over Ristine and Smith. Ristine is there with it now. Taken out of the air by number 18, Zach Hambleton. Throw down by Nelson, a bit too far. And now Penn Harrisburg with it. Now Jordan will look up into the middle for Yoder, just over his foot. Schertzer's passing attempt there is blocked. Throw in now coming for LBC. Saldarraga with it. He'll look to the far side here for Ristine, who's open. Able to knock it down. Defenders on him. Chipped away. And Harrisburg will move the other way. Now Ludovic with it. He'll look for Schertzer. Back in the middle for Saldarraga. Foul here. Clock is stopped. Yellow card going to be here for James Ludovic. His first of the season, first card for LBC of the year as well. .41 to play here in the second half. Penn Harrisburg leading 3-0. Jordan racing to this one for the Chargers. Able to keep it in play. Bumped off the ball, and it'll be a throw-in coming for Penn Harrisburg. Throw-in goes to Linich. Now played into the middle, headed away there by Tolson. Ahead for Yoder. Out of play, it'll be a throw-in here for LBC. Dan Baversdorf's going to check back into the contest for the Chargers. He'll replace Ludovic.
Back in for the Chargers, number 6, Dan Baversdorf.
Saldarraga with it. He'll back up and now find Ristine. Back to Saldarraga, nice pass. Into the middle, blocked there by number 8, Schmoyer. Throw in here by Ristine. Headed away. Saldarraga had a chance at it. Now driven straight up into the air. Baversdorf coming in. Jordan knocks it down. He'll work to the far side for Ristine. To the top of the box. Nobody there. Tolson's going to race and try to get to it. He'll get there first. Right on him is number 26, Jacob Krantweiss. Throw-in coming here for the Chargers. Couple of subs first as Latshaw and Mugisha will check back in. Mugisha in for Ristine. Latshaw looks like he's heading in for Dylan Schertzer. The LBC women's volleyball team in action tomorrow night. They'll head to Wilkes, take on the Wilkes team up in Wilkes-Barre, PA. The LBC women's soccer team still trailing 1-0. 17 minutes remaining in that contest. Chargers being outshot 10-9. So LBC looking for the equalizer there in Camden, New Jersey. The LBC field hockey team is back in action on Saturday. They'll head to Morrisville, New York to take on Morrisville State. Cross country team is off this weekend. They'll be back in action on the 15th here on campus as the Chargers will host the Charger Invitational. Tolson heads there to Nelson, try to work around a few defenders. Tries to get around the last, just wide it goes. Good idea and a good hustle play there by Caleb Nelson, who gets his shot just wide of the goal. Nice will check back in. He'll check in for Yoder.
Back in for the Chargers, number 22, Tim Nice.
Gordon heads that back onto the Penn Harrisburg side, just out of the reach of Caleb Nelson. Now Beversdorf headed towards the top of the box, headed away there by Harrisburg. Velasco with it there, he'll put it out of play. A throw-in coming here for LBC. Another throw in here for the Chargers. 13 minutes remaining here. Penn Harrisburg holding a 3-0 lead. Nelson with it here again. Nice spin move. Tries to get free now for Tolson. He'll play it into the middle, a bit too far. Up and over everything, and a substitution coming for Penn State Harrisburg as number 13, Asim Peters, will check back into the game. Freshman from Harrisburg, PA, Central Dauphin High School. He'll replace Josiah Milinich,
Checking in for the Nittany Lions, number 13, Azim Peters.
Penn State Harrisburg will host 2 more games this coming weekend. They'll host Newman on Friday at 4 and Gwynedd Mercy on Saturday at 12. Chargers, meanwhile, will host Penn State Berks on Saturday as that game's moved from Reading to Lancaster. Following that game, the Chargers will be on the road for 5 straight, starting with a match at Caron next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Another conference match at St. Elizabeth on Saturday the 15th before traveling to Huntington, PA to take on Juniata on Wednesday the 19th. A 7 o'clock start there in Huntington that night. Foul on the Chargers. 11.5 minutes to play here at Charger Field. LBC trailing 3-0. Blocked there by Saudaraga. Brought down by Harrisburg. Number 26, Jacob Krantweiss. Another throw-in coming here for LBC. Injury timeout here as the clock is stopped. Number 14, Jared Brewer, down on the knee there quickly. Seems like he's okay. So Rohrsbach's going to check in for Brewer.
Back in for the Nittany Lions, number 19, Dustin Rohrbach.
Corner kick coming here for Harrisburg. Corner kick's going to be taken by number 10, Creasy Lopez.
We'll get you on this next one.
Corner kick into the middle, punched away there by Dieterlein. Mugisha chases it down. He's off to the races here for LBC. Plenty of room for him. Tim Nice running very quickly ahead of him. Mugisha still with it here. He'll switch the field and look for Latshaw. Now Tolson off of him and out of play. Throw in coming for the Chargers. Baversdorf has it. Into the middle it goes. Mugisha's there. Big bounce up and over him. Jones heads it down in front of him. Chargers able to pick that off. Now bounces around. Muck will have it there. Into the middle. Headed away nicely there by number 19, Dustin Rohrbach. Muckle again. Nelson's there. Tries to chest it to Mugisha. Cannot. Throw in coming for Penn Harrisburg. Number 12, Oscar Cartagena Jr. will check in. Junior from Miami, Florida.
Checking in.
He'll replace number 3, Smith.
Number 12, Oscar Cartagena Jr.
Clock is stopped again here as Nelson a bit shaken up. Tony Gaiman will come into the contest for him.
Number 27, Tony Gaiman.
Hughes racing back. He'll just put that out of play. A throw-in coming here for Penn Harrisburg. Lancaster Bible women's soccer still trailing 1-0. Under 11 minutes to play there. Clock stopped again. Another corner kick coming for Penn Harrisburg.
I'm sorry, number 10? 18 for 10. 10 is taking the corner kick back.
7 corner kicks now for Penn Harrisburg. Just 1 for the Nittany Lions. Excuse me, 1 for the Chargers today.
Creasy Lopez.
Short corner there. Lopez again will kick that one in. Headed away by Muckle. Gaming with it here for LBC. He'll chip ahead for Sadaraga. He's going to look to run by everybody, and he does. 2 on 4, though, for the Chargers. Now 2 on 7. Latshaw will race back and get to that for LBC. Work back for Hughes. Hughes looking for Nice. He's there. Brings it down. Try to play that into the box. Diving header. A chance there by Gaiman. Baversdorf has it now. He'll turn. Bounces it over the goalkeeper. Off the post and out of play. Goal kick coming for Penn Harrisburg. I was a shot 6 post. Before you do that, did you do shot 6? I didn't know that. Well, just do it. Well, okay, fine. He bounced it over the goal. So Hughes will come off for LBC.
Number 16, Leafton Pratchett, back in for the Chargers.
He'll be replaced by Ludovic. Number 16, Leafton Pratchett will come into the game for Penn Harrisburg, sophomore from Durango, Colorado. 6.5 minutes to play here. Chargers trail 3-0. 2 second-half goals by Penn State Harrisburg in a short span, expanding that lead from 1-0 at halftime to 3-0. Clearing attempt blocked there to go out of play, and a goal kick coming. Substitution here for LBC is number 11, Trey Bachman's going to come into the contest for LBC. He'll come in for Chad Tolson.
Checking in for the Chargers, number 11, Trey Bachman.
Mugisha with it here for LBC. Loses it temporarily, now move back for Ludovic. This direction for Jordan. He'll knock that down, look for Nice. Can't find him. Jordan able to get it back. Harrisburg with it now. They'll chip ahead. Play is onside. Shot taken there by Dieterlein. And now offside is called. So offside the call. Muckle will take the kick here for LBC. Muckle for Saldoraga. Now Beversdorf. To the far side for Bachman. He'll knock it down. Back for Latshaw, just out of his reach. Ludovic has it. He'll turn and find Muckle. Now Jordan. They'll play catch. Hit it out of play. Tommy Croak's going to come into the contest for LBC. He'll replace Jared Jordan. Number 23, Chase Foster, will come into the contest for Penn State Harrisburg, freshman from Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. Tommy Croak, the junior from Hopewell Junction, New York, did not play soccer last season. Did play his freshman year, also on the LBC baseball team. Beversdorf's pass is blocked.
Number 23, Chase Foster. Checking in for the Chargers, number 26, Tommy Croak.
Beversdorf back with it. Looking to the far side for Bachman. It's going to be too far. Out of play. Another substitution here, and the clock will stop for Penn State Harrisburg. So into the game, number 25, Max Turner, sophomore from Paupack, Pennsylvania.
Checking in for the Nittany Lions, number 25.
Turner with it here.
Turner.
Now Ludovic. Saldoraga now for Bachman on the far side. He'll look into the middle. Nobody there. Brought down by Latshaw. Pass is driven back towards him. Chargers maintain possession. Just over 4 minutes remaining in Camden, New Jersey. The Chargers still trail Rutgers Camden 1-0. Mugisha to the far side for Bachman. That's up and over his head. Three minutes to play here. Penn State Harrisburg leads 3-0. Second half goals by Amon and Nichik, extending Penn State Harrisburg's 1-0 halftime lead after Wardell gave them the 1-0 lead off a feed from Creasy Lopez late in the first half. This is Beversdorf. He'll look to this side for Nice. Nice controls. Now for Tommy Croak. Croak into the middle. Knocked away. Throw in here for Nice. Foul called here on Penn State Harrisburg. Mugisha will take the free kick here for Lancaster Bible. Mugisha up and over the bar. Shot goes high, and now number 33, Daryl Lucas, will come in, freshman from Rockville, Maryland. He'll replace number 13, Asim Peters.
Number 33, Daryl Lucas.
Goal kick headed back by Saldarraga. Now he'll chip it past the defender. Bachman looking ahead for Gaiman. And a foot race there with Rohrbach. And a goal kick coming for the Nittany Lions with 1 minute and 35 seconds to play here. Goal kick into the middle, brought down by Beversdorf. Mugisha with it. He'll try to touch it ahead, can't. But Beversdorf has it now for Nice. Now back for Latshaw. Back through the middle. Mugisha with it. Around for Muckle. He'll look for Gaiman.
1 minute.
Gaiman back for Muckle. For Croak. Puts it through the defender's legs. Good play there by Tommy Croak. Looking into the middle, pass is broken up. Ladovic with it. Now Mugisha with some room here. Looking to the far side for Beversdorf. Costa able to catch that through the air. 27 seconds to play. Punches towards midfield. Beversdorf brings it down. Nice with it now. Looking to the far side for Bachman. 10 seconds to play. Acosta will come out, let that roll out. And that's going to do it here at Charger Field. Penn State Harrisburg will extend their winning streak over the Chargers to 7. And Penn State Harrisburg improves to 3-0 this season, while the Chargers fall to 0-1. Goal scorers again today for Penn State Harrisburg, as Alexander Wardle scored in the first half off a feed from Creasy Lopez. Joey Amon will be the goal scorer for number 2. And then number 7, Toma Nichik, off a feed from Amon on a free kick, made it 3-0. Once again, if you missed the announcement earlier in the broadcast, the Chargers will host Saturday's contest with Penn State Berks, so you can find both games here on the Chargers Sports Network. They'll look to get it in the win column as they fall today to Penn State Harrisburg 3-0. Thank you for joining us today. I want to thank student workers Tyler Greenlee, Jesse Carver, and JJ Poteet for helping out here today, especially JJ on the broadcast, the producing side of the broadcast. You can find most of us back here on the Horst with No Name podcast tomorrow at 11:50 a.m. We'll have that for you on the Chargers Sports Network. Chargers fall in their 2018 opener today, 3-0 to Penn State Harrisburg. We'll see you tomorrow for the podcast and on Saturday for some more soccer. This has been Zach Freeman on the Chargers Sports Network. Go Chargers, go.
Yeah.
Thank you.